Young Thug put Gunna on in the rap game and really helped start his career. But then Gunna snitched on Thug and YSL and became Opps of Young Thug. And after Thug got out of jail, some crazy phone calls leaked that could split up the entire rap game. Before the drama started, Young Thug and Gunna had been rocking with each other for over a decade. For the story, we gotta take it back to 2015 when they got introduced to each other by a dude named King Troup. King Troup and Gunna were both in College Park, and Troup had a huge name in the streets. According to sources, Troup and some other dudes went out to LA and got the blessing from some OG Rollin' 60s Crips out there to start their own chapter in Atlanta. And after that, big name Rollin' 60s like Nipsey Hussle would pull up and chop it up in College Park. Troup had ties all over the rap game too, with dudes like 2 Chainz and T.I. And he knew Young Thug from back in the day too. By the time Gunna started really trying to rap, Thug was already popping off, so Troup told Gunna to pull up to one of Thug's music video shoots so they could meet.
Troup called us,
yeah, he used to be
called me and Nietzsche and said, Slime doing shooting a video over here in the hood. Y'all come down here, make sure you good.
Thug and Gunna became homies after that, but what really brought them together was when Troup got brutally killed a few months later. Troup was allegedly involved with the murder of a blood named CP3 at a club. It's not clear if Troup was the one who pulled the trigger, but CP3's death is allegedly what got him killed. In December 2015, Troup was leaving a gas station on Old National Highway in College Park when a dude named Patrick Wilson ran up and started shooting. Patrick Wilson had been waiting outside for over 20 minutes, and when Troup came out, he walked him down and dumped 14 shots into him. Then while Troup was laying on the ground bleeding to death, Patrick Wilson took his hoodie off so Troup could see who killed him. Patrick Wilson tried to do the race, but the cops found him at a crib a couple days later, and he jumped out of a second-story window to get away. Troup's death was a big loss for Gunna and Thug, and Young Thug said he took Gunna under his wing because that's what Troup would have wanted him to do.
We had a big homie named Troup, rest easy Troup, and he brought Gunna to me, like, hey, I want you to take them under your wing, and like, these my little boys, I really raised them. Take them under your wings, make sure they okay.
Then when Thug finally came home after the RICO case ended, he dissed Gunna on an unreleased track and rapped, "Only reason I fucked with you, Gunna, it was cause of Troup."
Only reason I fucked with you, Gunna, it was cause of Troup.
But before all the beef kicked off, Gunna and Thug were taking over the game together. Thug featured Gunna for the first time on his Jeffrey record in 2016. Then a few months later, Gunna officially signed to Thug's YSL label. Thug and Gunna were always in the booth together, and Thug said he spent more time with Gunna than he did with his own kids.
I just poured my all into him, bro. I gave this nigga more time than my children, bro. I gave him more time than my kids.
According to Thug, he bought Gunna's first crib with his own money. Then he paid for half of Gunna's mom's crib too. Gunna and Thug were super tight for years, but that all changed overnight after they got hit with the RICO case. Gunna took an Alfred plea and was able to get home pretty fast. He didn't testify against anyone in the case, but people still started calling Gunna a rat because he took the plea and admitted that YSL was a gang and not just a record label. For a long time, nobody on the outside really knew how Thug was feeling about the situation. A lot of Gunna's old homies in the rap game, like Lil Durk and Lil Baby, were dissing him after he took the deal. But some people thought Thug was still rocking with him because he never really said anything about Gunna publicly. And while Thug was still locked up, Gunna was showing love on his new music, like when he dropped the track I Was Just Thinking and raps, "Only I done cried cause it's feeling for my bro, and you know my mind, you done watch that nigga grow. Know you hearing lies that your little brother might fold. Yeah, I'd copped out, but don't let him say I told." When Thug took his plea deal at the end of the RICO case, he agreed not to be around anybody in the YSL crew except for 2 people, Gunna and his brother Unfunk. When Thug's lawyer said that Thug needed to have contact with Gunna because they were in business together, some fans thought that meant Thug was still cool with Gunna. That definitely wasn't the case though. And when Thug came home, he dissed Gunna by name and told him to stop acting like they were friends. Thug deleted the post immediately, and Gunna didn't respond at first. Everyone knew the situation wasn't good though, and in August 2025, Gunna dropped the track Prototype and rapped, "Niggas be doing that capping, now that capping catch up to your front door. Run the cash, need it pronto. Whenever mad, got a blunt roll. I got my bitch a trainer, she ain't had to get lipo. Nigga had tweeted my name, must have had to be a typo. Pray the cash could recycle." Gunna didn't actually say Thug's name on the track, but then Thug leaked a song called Closing Arguments and took the disrespect up a level. Gunna wasn't the only dude in YSL who took a deal, and Thug took shots at him and everyone else who took pleas when he raps, "Yeah, Gunna a rat, Yak a rat, Slug a rat, Woody a rat. Fuck that nigga Obama. He still mad about baby mama. Slime Life Shawty, make sure you put down your 40. DK, okay shit, he gay. Hey, I would say I'm stepping, but that's cliche. Hey, niggas thought they left me, then we beat the case. And Thugger main LaFlair, I had more hoes than I got hair. I hope every rat go camping and get ate by a bear. Slime Life Shawty took a deal like Gunna and admitted that YSL was a gang. But after he came home, he said that he didn't snitch because the founder of YSL already admitted to the cops that it was a gang. Slime Life Shawty didn't actually give the cops anything that could jam up the rest of the crew, but it still wasn't a good look when he was in court pointing people out to the prosecutors. Slime Life Shawty did say that YSL was a gang, but he also told the court that he didn't know about any street activity going on in the crew. Slime Life Shawty didn't think he ratted on Thug though, so after Thug dissed him, Slime Life Shawty dropped the track Program and rapped, "I put my heart inside this shit. Now this the thanks I get. This shit got hard, but I go Thug. That's the price of respect. I lost love, I lost friends, I lost fans, I lost money. I lost faith, I lost hope. I found them both, flew right back jumping. Yeah, idols turned to rivals. Feel like I got in this game for nothing." Thug was airing everybody out for snitching and working with the cops, but the whole story changed when the video of Thug's own interrogation came out. Back in 2015, Thug's homie Pee Wee Roscoe allegedly shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus because Thug and Wayne were beefing. After the shooting went down, the cops brought Thug in to talk about the situation, and he sat down and talked to the cops for 2 hours without even asking for a lawyer. Thug broke down the whole beef between Lil Wayne and Birdman to the cops.
They feel like brothers more than Birdman Wayne.
They doing what now, brother?
I said them was them there more brothers than Bird and Wayne.
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne were more than.
Used to brain Wayne his drugs. Like, trust them.
And he even told him that Pee Wee Roscoe used to be Wayne's plug back in the day. There's a lot of back and forth on social media about Thug's interrogation. Some fans think he didn't really give the cops anything they could use against anybody else. But talking to the cops for 2 hours really isn't a good look, especially because at the end of the interrogation, Thug told the cops they'll tell him anything as long as they don't tell the world that it came from him.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just we'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. Well, don't tell the world.
What you number?
Yes, you can.
Hey,
Thug was getting trashed all over the place when the interrogation video came out, so he clapped back on closing arguments and said, "Ain't no rat in me at all, kid. I'd rather die than telling a nigga for real, for real. And it's a big difference between me and y'all. Y'all niggas pointing niggas out and said they did the crime, nigga. I said he didn't, you dig?" Thug's interrogation has been out for a while, but nobody really brought it up until he started calling everybody else rats. Hearing Thug talk to the cops for hours went crazy, but the biggest twist in the case was when Thug's jail call started leaking and changed the whole rap game. The first thing that came out was Thug talking to 21 Savage about Gunna taking the plea.
You got to, you hold his career in your hand, bro. That's what I'm telling you. If you come out right now and tell the world what he did went wrong, cause them folks already on the internet like, man, fuck all that.
Savage was trying to defend Gunna at first and said he didn't think Gunna was trying to hurt Thug. But after Thug brought up how Gunna called YSL a gang, 21 Savage switched on Gunna and said, "Fuck that nigga."
At the end of the day, saying fuck a nigga, what that's really finna get a nigga for real.
21 Savage and Thug also talks about other rappers dissing Gunna.
Dirt
said something to him, but that's it. Like, Wham, them niggas ain't doing all this shit. Like,
Wham unfollowed him.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy shit. That ain't really saying that to no.
Yeah,
That's just like, damn, I'm disappointed. Right?
Savage thought people were dissing Gunna just for the clout and shouldn't have jumped the gun without talking to Thug first. But Thug said Lil Baby did talk to him before he started dissing Gunna. Then everyone found out that Thug has been faking his streams so he can go #1 on the charts. Thug dropped his album Business is Business while he was still locked up. It looked like he wasn't gonna go #1 though. So Thug asked one of his homies if he still had the plug to get illegal streams to run the numbers up.
Yeah, let's try to beat that nigga. You still got that plug, right? That shit what we did with Gunna and them, you still got that plug?
Yeah.
Tell you. Alright, my boy.
Yeah.
Thug wasn't the only one faking numbers though, cause he apparently used the same streaming plug for Gunna back in the day. In another call, Thug said he dropped 50K on bots so that Gunna's record, DS Forever, would debut at #1 on the charts.
I spent 50 extra grand buying motherfucking streams, $50,000 buying streams for you.
Thug and Gunna didn't shock anybody, but Thug was taking shots at everybody in the industry from jail. Somebody requested all the phone records from where Thug was locked up and started releasing them online. In one of the calls, Thug was dissing Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick wouldn't do a feature for him.
How many take care of their family because of butter? Kendrick didn't put it You're a superstar. You don't ran up you a few hundred M, but you ain't putting nobody on though.
Thug took shots at Kendrick for not putting anyone else on, and Thug said Kendrick wouldn't do features for Lil Durk or Lil Baby either. Kendrick and Drake were beefing when the call happened, and Thug said that Kendrick would never be bigger than Drake because Kendrick didn't help anybody out. Now some fans are saying that Kendrick sent a subliminal at Thug when he dropped the track Squabble Up and rapped, "Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the fuck you niggas fed if you criminal. Hey Doc, can I get a drop?" I'm like, nigga, nah. That verse came out way before the phone calls leaked, but there could have been some tension behind the scenes that nobody on the inside knew about. Thug was always tight with Drake, and nobody was surprised when he picked Drake over Kendrick. But in another leak call, Thug sent shots at Drake too and said that he should have talked to President Joe Biden to get him a pardon. And in another call, Thug confirmed that Drake sent shots at Gunna for him on the track Parade on Cleveland when he rapped, "I'm about to mop up some boys. It's custodian time. Me and my thoughts is the loneliest time. Don't tell me about loyalty. Show me this time. Business is business. You owe me this time. Slime on your head. Nickelodeon time."
Slow ass beat too, just you're gonna hear every bar. He just popping it the worst way.
Yeah,
I come right on that one with him. You're a rat.
Then another call came out where Thug was taking shots at Glorilla and calling her ugly.
I saw the girl, Gorilla.
Yeah.
Why do people say she pretty? That ugly.
Glorilla clapped back and said that Thug was the one who had been blowing her phone up. And that's when Thug hopped on Twitter to apologize and said he was just having a hard time with life when he was dissing her. Then on another call, Thug dissed J. Cole and Andre 3000 and said that nobody wants to hear their music.
Andre 3000, you one of the biggest artists in the world. You became one of the biggest artists in the world. But you ain't helped nobody. You ain't put nobody on.
Andre 3000's been chilling for years and isn't involved with any rap beef. But Thug still took a shot at him and said Andre 3000 didn't help anybody else out when he was one of the biggest artists in the world. Thug even dissed the Migos and said they weren't making any money for the label. Thug has ties to Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff from way back in the day, and fans were shocked that he was dissing them. Then after the call leaked, Thug hopped on Twitter and told Quavo that he loves him and said rest in peace to Takeoff. Thug deleted the tweet right after it went up though, and it's looking like he's burning all kinds of bridges in the rap game. Thug dissed Lil Durk too and said he did a lot for Lil Durk, but then Durk started switching up on him and wouldn't clear a song that was supposed to be on Thug's album he dropped while he was in jail. Durk's homie OTF Mr. 300 wasn't rocking with the disrespect, so he clapped back at Thug and said he was gossiping like a straight bitch on the phone. Mr. 300 said he would never trust a dude who wears makeup and dresses. Then Thug shot back and called OTF a bunch of junkies and said he was the one paying for Lil Durk's lawyer. Thug and Future have been tight for years, and Future was always showing love while Thug was fighting his case. But it turned out that Thug was dissing him too. Thug called Future a deadbeat father and said he's supposed to be 100% locked in with the kids, but Future is locked in 100% with the bitches instead.
Bitches want to have your kids and shit too, but you still gotta be like 100% locked in with the kids. You like 100% locked in with the bitches.
Then Thug started hating on Future for real and said, "You biting and you ain't real, a buster all the way around." Thug wanted Future to do a free Thug show while Thug was fighting the RICO case, but Future didn't want to do it. Future didn't respond to the leaked calls, but his homie Zona Man hopped on Instagram and said that Thug was just mad because Future hooked up with a girl that Thug used to be involved with. Thug was crashing out on the phone and even said that Travis Scott has 11 murders on his hands.
This nigga mama died. I'm dealing with real life shit. Travis got goddamn 11 murders on his hands. Nigga, you don't get your mustache back, goddamn.
Thug was talking about the crowd crush that happened back in 2021 at Astroworld, where 11 people died while Travis Scott was on stage, but saying your own homie murdered 11 people is crazy. After the calls came out, Thug hopped on Twitter and said he was sorry to everyone involved and hoped they could forgive him. Then he dropped the track Miss My Dogs and rapped about how sorry he was to the homies he dissed. Thug rapped about Drake and said, "Drizzy, you my brother. You know I ain't going against you. I got manners. Everything you did for the rap community, can't ban you. Never diss you. Came to visit me a cop bounty like my kin do." Then Thug showed love to Lil Baby and raps, "Wham, pick up the phone. Yeah, talk to me. It's Spider. Taught you everything you know about this shit. We for lifers. God told you in the Bible, the devil will knife you. Rap's already winning. Don't let this shit divide us." He apologized to Future too and raps, "Man, I miss my dog. Sitting down and having talks with me. Walking me through this life shit. You deserve an apology. Standing right beside you, and you was right beside me. I don't gotta speak on your name. They know astrology." Thug talked about the snitching rumors on the same track too. In one of the jail calls, Thug had dissed Gucci and called him soft, but on the track, he took it back and raps, "Nigga, you know you ain't soft. You didn't raise a rat. Nigga, grew up word law. I think Jeezy will tell you that. Nigga, please, I'm not a rat, but that cheese where it's at. all the niggas on the case that didn't take pleas. That is that. Thug also did an interview with an Atlanta OG named Big Bank and said he was just talking crazy on the phone because he thought it was over for him while he was sitting in jail.
And I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours.
Thug said that Lil Baby, Future, and everyone else he dissed in the phone calls are still cool with him, but a lot of fans are calling cap on that. It's not clear where a lot of Thug's old homies are at with him right now, but Thug made it clear that he's never rocking with Gunna again. Gunna has stayed quiet the whole time while Thug was crashing out on everyone, but Thug said he was never gonna be able to forgive him.
Gunna didn't pull up on Thug mama. Gunna didn't pull up on Thug family. Gunna didn't pull up on Dolly. Gunna didn't pull up on nobody that has nothing to do with Thug. So it's no way possible you think that Elle was serious when she said you gotta get out so you can help Thug.
According to Thug, Gunna is the only reason that the YSL RICO case even happened. Thug claimed that after Gunna admitted that YSL was a gang, a lot of other dudes took pleas and said it was a gang too, and that's why the DA was able to turn it into a RICO case. But while Thug has been crashing out and burning bridges all over the rap game, Gunna stayed focused on the music and kept his momentum up in the industry. And now that people are finding out about Thug's interrogation video where he talked to the cops for 2 hours straight, a lot of fans are saying that Thug should forgive Gunna for taking the plea. Gunna hasn't said anything after Thug started crashing out, but Lil Woody and Yak Gotti hopped on IG and clowned Thug over the situation. Nobody's really paying attention to Yak Gotti and Woody, but young Thug falling out with dudes like Drake, Future, and Lil Baby could change the whole game. Nobody knows how the situation is gonna shake out, but if people start choosing sides and turning on Thug, then they could split up Atlanta and the rest of the rap game too.